The Sports Ball Stuff podcast is brought to you by What Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. Pulpery Media presents Sports Ball Stuff with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the major sports stories that intrigue us and the little stories that enrage us.
So I was looking.
We're going to lend the boys a hand.
I was looking. Leeds haven't lost a match in league since like the beginning of December.
Here, wait. What did Sheffield do? Did they win the last game?
Everything stayed pat. So Sheffield.
So
is
we're still
now
2.
4 behind us, and no, opposite. Sheffield's 2, Burnley's 4.
Right.
Yep. But in 2 weeks we got to play Sheffield back to back.
I know it's like, but I want to be like 10 points up.
But I don't think they're both in the league, are they? They may be because Leeds are out of all of the cup competitions.
Correct. Yes.
So they're going to play home and away, basically back to back, for what could amount for the.
So. And granted, like, before the last few games, they had, what was it? It was like a 15 goal differential. So they are now, Leeds has a 47 goal differential. Sheffield United has 23.
Yeah, we're over 20.
Burnley is closest with 30. We have, God, like...
What was that article in the Atlantic?
Fucking no, but seriously, like I think now we have to start putting him in the category of Farkas got some fucking dark magic.
He should win Manager of the Year.
Oh yeah.
Because of the way that he has had to manage the transfer window, right? And contracts
and guess like they didn't do anything.
No. They got Tanaka and Solomon for nothing. I think Tanaka was.
But that was last. I'm talking about this transfer window. Like
in January.
Yeah,
they didn't.
They've only like just sold off pieces and gotten money.
They did what they should have done.
I mean, I hate to see knowing that Christensen's probably not coming back, but if we could get $10 million for him, fuck yeah.
And the way. Rondon, I don't ever know if it's Rodan or Rondon.
I think it's Rodon.
Rodon.
Yeah.
And again, my boy, who I think is the Swiss Army knife next to Weston McKennie, Ampadu.
Oh yeah.
Who played technically? They had him at center back.
Yeah.
But he plays more of the defensive midfield role, which I fucking love.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the Pirlo, like.
Well, and I was so the unspoken piece and
Sturrock didn't play the other day.
Well, I know it's like, but I think he's that unspoken piece, is that he has taken over Liam Cooper's role.
Yep.
And he is mastering it, and that they can hold a back three.
Yeah.
And allow Ampadu, Rodon to move further up the field.
Loves that shit.
Yeah.
I like what the announcer said.
And that still has worked out really well for Meslier, too, even though he still fucks up here and there. Yeah, I know, yeah.
Okay. I would love...
We're positive. We're positive this week.
I'm not going to say.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say permanent, but whatever. The announcer said it. Like, Ampadu, it's his least favorite position to play, but he is so good at it. He would prefer to be in, like, that double pivot, which is one person up, this back and forth, which he's good at. But he could be...
I totally get that. In my tiny, limited experience of playing soccer, and that, I mean, of course, everybody wants to be on penalty kicks or, like, running down, but... The coach I had realized I was really good at the poke check and, like, played me fullback.
There you go.
It was
everybody has this. I think Liam Neeson said it best. He has a particular set of skills.
Correct.
Everybody does. Some people, like Weston McKennie, have a Swiss Army knife of skills. And I guess Ampadu's like that. You know who else is like that? Is Dan James.
So
Because this motherfucker moves.
Dan James is a more versatile. What we used to love about Gellhart.
Correct.
Was like he bombards, but he does it in diagonals.
Exactly, and he can. I think. God damn it! I never thought about that. Gerhardt might be too stringent, too on a rail.
Or to x-axis.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not working the whole graph.
Some players are good like that.
Yeah.
Just bombing up fur post.
Well, Holland,
Fur post really good about running up and down the sideline, and Holland is you're right. It's down the middle of the pitch. It's like go there, go there.
Well, which is also why I love, and we can say it correctly now. Peru is.
He should have had another goal this week.
Well, and
he was so cheeky.
And and that's the best part. It's like I love having a veteran up front, and that was always a problem with Bamford. Was that Bamford just didn't have enough experience being in that role.
It's called technical.
Yeah.
The goal he scored Tuesday, where he
and
then had the discipline, the composure, after doing it.
Fuck you, because
feet to prepare himself.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like he's the calm in the storm that is around that, and that he's not bombarding up and down on the singular line.
Focal point.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just gonna like Messi. I'm gonna wander into this area because I know at some point it's gonna come out.
True poacher's goal scorer. Yeah. But the thing I love about him is he can come short because he's so big, and he can play that hold up role, which is what Holland can't fucking do. But you can play through me, not to me. Yeah, he can do that as well.
And then on top of that, he's also a big fucking dude.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's a good target man.
Yeah.
Like, you can put the ball to me and I can get it to Dan James or Lil Willie or Brendan Aronson.
Or he can also muscle somebody out of the way to get his just to get that little tap in. Which is what he did earlier
with the technicality of goal.
Yeah.
That article summed it up. Like, before it was...
That's why I love the Athletic.
Kamikaze, like we're going to press all the time under Bielsa.
Yeah.
And we're going to get caught in the back, and then we got too old and we couldn't keep up. Poor Jesse Marsch was that interim coach. Like, he was literally the definition of a transitional coach.
Well, also, I mean, like, think about coming in and you're trying to be a hothead young gun, and you're coming in after Bielsa.
Correct.
Like, and that thing of like, well, I want to keep that kind of mindset. But, like, again, Farke in true German fashion, it has stages. Like, it's methodical.
And remember, he's technically one transfer window behind.
Yeah.
Because when he started, he missed that transfer.
Yeah.
So he is technically transfer window short of his tenure. But I think he's fun. And I was making notes when I was watching this deathly ill, running a fever, that if you go down the entire roster, like look at the starting roster for, say, Tuesday's game, you can literally pencil in a guy that was on the bench who could move in and not miss a beat.
Well, and he's
all over the fucking pitch. Except Melier.
And I would say this is that he's set, and it's not just constructed. They've also settled.
It's exactly what I was saying about
it's exactly what you would want for like a FIFA video game. Like they're all like 89s, 91s.
And you have someone on the bench.
Yeah, that is the same exact.
That is literally, what do they call it? Like for like.
Right, yeah.
But he's the way he's constructed the top four, the 3-1, is when they get a lead, they can drop back and still be disciplined. Again, I was watching the back line, and they hold their lines consistently throughout the match, even though they press. They
Guess what other German manager managed that?
Yeah, I think his name was Jurgen Klopp, and he won a lot.
So, and again, I'm not gonna go that far with it, but yeah, it's but I do like. Again, we knew it was the mindset, but I do like you're actually seeing it right now in that
in real fucking time.
But like Farke's not. He's playing 3D chess,
right?
And that yes, it's like he's in the championship, but he's also setting everything up for if they get.
Correct.
Yeah, someday we'll be able to drop that. But
don't say it because
I'm just saying if they do get promoted, the way this team is functioning right now, they are upper table Premier League.
They're Nottingham Forest.
Particularly, with the way that the Premier League is going right now, where it's upside is down.
Tottenham and Manchester United are literally 3 or 4 spots from the relegation spot.
Man City's in the middle, and that's
I think they're like 5th or 6th, but still, that's
before
City.
Point deductions about to come up.
Well, and relegation, but Nottingham Forest is in the top 4.
Yeah. Remember, we're still talking about
Aston Villa, are still in the top 6.
What's the one with the bee, or the actual bumblebee?
Is that Brentford?
Yeah, Brentford's has been in the Premier League for 3-4 years. Yeah.
Right. It's funny. The bottom 3 right now, the relegation zone, are the 3 teams that got promoted last year.
Yeah. Then there's
I'm not smart
Everton hanging around,
or knowledgeable enough to know when the 3 teams got promoted or the 3 teams got relegated. I would doubt that happens a lot, but it's just the way of the world.
And that's the thing is that if you're the manager at Leeds, the expectation is no, you don't toggle between the 2 leagues. You got to go up and you need to stay up. And there was mismanagement,
I'm not going to look.
Yeah.
There was not too distant future where the teams at the top, the Aston Villas, Everton was at the top. But those teams were consistently, Everton's the perfect example, even though they've been now bungeeing from, but they've been there for a while. That's, I don't know how they're bottoming out, but you know what? Fuck them, because they're Everton. But they did it. They've been there and they've been successful. Nottingham Forest has now been there for 4 years and they're in the top 4. So good for them. I'm gonna have a boner and jerk off.
Yeah, I wanted to save time for you.
Okay,
but just real quick, Madrid killed Man City.
I watched the highlights.
Shot them in the heart.
But the score didn't reflect the way the game played.
Right. Yeah. But aside from that, your boys.
Okay, Juventus. They've won 3 on the bounce.
Yeah.
Where we have finally replaced Bremer, who will be back soon, and we signed. Get this. A French forward who scores goals.
What?
Bruh.
Italian football liking a French football?
No, wait. No. Rephrase it. Juventus loving their Frenchmen.
Yeah.
You remember, we had Trezeguet and Zidane.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Which then made every other team want one. So.
Correct. That's us. We're the Napoleon of European soccer. Everybody wants a Frenchman now. We've looked good. My only problem is we keep winning 2-1. Score first, everything's great. Give up a shit goal, score late. Don't give a fuck, we're winning. I am ecstatic that we are up a goal going into the second leg of a Champions League match.
Yeah.
To get to the round of 16.
Where are you at in Serie A right now?
5th. Okay. But this is the fucked up part. We had Champions League Tuesday.
Yeah.
We play Inter Milan Sunday.
Well, I keep fucking...
And then we play Champions League Wednesday.
Yeah. Who's the random ass team that's in Champions League that I keep forgetting? They've been
Bologna.
Yeah.
Atalanta.
No, it's an English team, but it's and you forget
it's Aston Villa.
Yeah. The following segment has been brought to you by Whatever Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. The Sports Ball Podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion, music by the Heisenberg Compensators.